Hey there, everybody. This is CP Car and Dice, and welcome to another presentation of our 83 replay using Payoff Pitch and using APA. I'm doing both. And we're right about to get started. This is a game played May 27th, 1983. It's the Mets at San Diego at Jack Murphy Stadium. Jack Murphy Stadium is 148. 148 versus left-handers and 170-71 versus right-handers. That's so right-handers had a big wheelhouse advantage, a real big ballpark advantage at Jack Murphy Stadium. It's going to be Tom Terrific, the franchise. He's back in New York in 1983 versus Eric Show. And Eric Show was 15-12 with a 4.17 ERA, while Tom Seaver was 9-14 with a 3.55 ERA. Now Tom Seaver in our replay is 1-5. This, by the way, is game 40 already, so we're 1/4 of the way through the season, 1/4 of the way through the season, which is pretty amazing. And I've just been basically playing Seaver and Torres games. And then Torres, because I'm doing a modified grade experiment. And Seaver, of course, because I'm very excited to see Tom Seaver back in New York circa 1983. And the rest of the games are being simmed by Stratomatic Sim Engine. Replay is my favorite sim engine because it's very simple to use, not because of any other reason. But they don't have the 1983 season, so I'm hoping Replay, and I will go on the site and ask them to please finish up on PC the 80s, and that would be amazing because then you can replay 80s using their sim engine, and I think they're thinking about doing that. Hey there, Philip Reynolds and Sports Time Machine, welcome. We're right about to get started. It's going to be Wilson, center fielder, leading off. Hubie Brooks batting second and third base. Batting third is Dave Kingman. Now, Kingman is about a month away from going down with injuries and being done for the season. And then we're going to get Keith Hernandez in about a month. So it's going to work out perfectly. George Foster, the left fielder, batting cleanup. He's having a pretty good season. He's got about 7 or 8 home runs in our replay. Hit 28, I believe, in 1983. He basically doubled his home run output from the year before, which I think he hit 14. Darryl Strawberry, the rookie, batting 5th. He's looking good, and it looks like he's going to have a future in this league. Ron Hodges, batting 6th. Batting 7th is Brian Giles, the second baseman. Batting 8th is Jose Oquendo, the shortstop, and batting 9th is Tom Terrific. Let's get started. We're going to play this with fast action cards. Just in the mood to do. It plays very, very quickly with fast action cards, and you'll see that. So that's a 7. Now these are PDFs. I moved to PDFs. I have more control over what I'm doing, and I can write on cards, and it's a good value. It's a good value, so I'm moving toward PDFs. All right, it's 7, and that's going to be in play to Wilson. And in play, both pitchers are righties. In play 43, and that's going to be a base hit. Mookie Wilson, a little hard ground ball up the middle and past the infield. So the Mook is on with a single. We're going to try to get a lead. The Mook is he's a 6, so we're going to pull a card, and it's a 4. So there goes Mookie. Mookie's a B versus Kennedy, who's probably a 3. a 3-arm. Most catches are 3 arms. He's a 3-arm, so that's going to be basically a very good to steal. B3, and we pull it, and very good says safe. So there goes Wilson to throw down, not in time. So it's a single and a stolen base, and the Mets have a runner in scoring position. Huey Brooks. Here's the pitch from Show. 10. 10 is in play 81. And that's going to be a fly ball center field. Now we could look to tag up if it's a deep fly. That's how I play it. I don't know. So it's a short fly, so there's no tag up on that. So it's a fly ball 8. 1 out. Dave Con Kingman is next. It's a 4. Patient. A patient 29. That's ball 4. First and second for the Amazons. Show with a 5, a tough 88, and that is going to be a ground ball to short. Let's see if we get that double play. We're looking for a wait a second. What's Tucker Ashford doing there? And what happened to Kingman? There he is. Okay. Kingman walked, so now it's Foster. And an 88 is a ground ball to short. He's a 9 and a 6. So 6 or less will be a double play, and we roll a 5. So it's going to be a 6-4-3 double play, inning over. No runs, 1 hit. San Diego Padres leading it off is Alan Wiggins, the center fielder. There's a B range center fielder. There's a pretty good range out there. Juan Bonilla batting second at second base. Gene Richards, the left fielder, batting third. Batting cleanup is Steve Popeye Forearms Garvey. Terry Kennedy, the catcher, batting fifth. Sixto Lascano, the right fielder, batting sixth. Batting seventh, Gary Templeton, the shortstop, batting eighth is Tim Flannery, the third baseman. And Eric Show, the pitcher, batting ninth. Here goes Alan Wiggins. It's a 5 off Seaver, in play 14. That's a little ground ball and through the right side for a single. Wiggins is going to try to get a steal. He's a 6 and get a 6. So there he goes. And the throw down is, it's a potential drop. And I hate this. I don't know what that, first of all, he drops the ball. Okay, so he drops the ball. So is that an error, or what does that mean? So a drop, let's see. A drop says roll 1d6 if higher than the fielder's E rating. Let's just pull a card. It's a 5. So it's probably higher than the fielder's E rating. And who's covering down there? Bonilla is a righty, so the second baseman's covering. Second baseman is Giles. Giles' E rating is a 3, so it's higher, right? Drop. If higher than the fielder's E rating, the fielder dropped the ball and the runner is safe. If D6, the result is equal to or lower than the fielder's E rating, he hangs on to the ball, runner is out. So I guess that's an error on the second baseman. I don't know. Is it a stolen base? Yes. I don't understand that. I got to find out more about that. I'm going to give him a stolen base. Because dropping the ball doesn't mean that he would have been out. He's still got to catch the ball and tag. Does he lose the stolen base? He may have been safe. Why would he lose the stolen base? I don't understand that at all. So he drops the ball. It's not really an error, because if it were an error, it would say, error. So anyway, let me look and see if any of you guys have anything to say about that. Rose, 420, 4,200 hits, 42. Okay. Reds fan, you know this. What is Eric Show known for? That's cool. All right, so Alan Higgins steals second base, and it's Juan Bonilla. Juan Bonilla versus righties batted 220. Here's a pitch from Seaver. That's a 3, a patient 94, and that is a fly ball left field. 1 away. Steve Garvey on a 12. That's in play 43, and that's a base hit. Will that score Wiggins? And no, Wiggins is going to stop at third. First and third now. Here goes. Oh, that should have been Gene Richards. And wait a second, was that 40? Oh, 43. Yeah, that's going to be a base hit. Okay, so now it's Garvey. Excuse me. Garvey's up now. Here's the first and third. Infield's back. Here's the pitch. 8. That's a tough 52, and that's a pop up. And that's on the left side. Third baseman over Hubie Brooks in foul ground makes the catch. 2 down, and now it's Terry Kennedy. Seaver looks in for the sign. Here's a pitch. It's a 10 ballpark. Ballpark 39 on a lefty. Ballpark 39 on a lefty is wheelhouse. So we're looking at a 1-43, and this ball's out of here. And that is a deep drive. Back goes Strawberry to the track, to the wall. That's out of here. 3-run shot for Terry Kennedy. The Mets are down 3-0. Next is Sixto Lescano. It's a 7 tough, a tough 0-9. That's a K, and the side retired. But Seaver gives up 3 hits and 3 runs. We go to the top of the second, 3-0. Now the Mets lose a lot of games in 1983, but you see what the difference between when I did 1979. I got smart. I went to college. I went to tabletop baseball college, and I got smart. And I'm using a sim engine now. And I just sim all the other games. I'm playing Seaver, I'm playing Torres, but I'm simming all those other losses. The Mets have a horrendous record. I'll tell you what it is next time. I'll look it up. But yeah, I'm not suffering through that again. So anyway, Darryl Strawberry's up for the Amazons here in the top of the second inning. Eric Show, the pitch at 11 is a patient, a 22 is ball 4. So Darryl Strawberry walks. Ron Hodges is 7. That's in play 0-3, and that's pulled down the line into right field corner. Playing it off the wall is Sixto Lescano. Will Strawberry score on this? And Strawberry scores all the way from first base and into second base is Hodges, the RBI double. 3-1 now. So the Mets pick up a run just like that and cut the lead to 2. Brian Giles with Hodges at second. It's a 9er. That's a ballpark 96 is going to be a Giles in play 20, and that is a ground ball and through in the center field for a base hit. Hodges at second base. They're waiting him around. Here's a relay to the plate, and not in time. Hodges, who doesn't run very well, gets in there. It's a 3-2 ball game now. RBI single. Now, if Giles is a 7, I am going to let him go to second base on the throw home. And he will go to second base on the throw home. He's a 7 or more. That's just a little mini house rule just to do that when there's a play at the plate like that. All right. Jose Oquendo. And I could, streamline that rule anyway, but right now. So it's going to be Jose Oquendo up. I printed these cards out. I'm using PDFs now. I feel I get a much better bang for my buck. Albeit the cards from the store are much nicer, but ultimately, I can't fit them in my coffin. So since I can't fit them in my coffin, what difference does it make? All right, Jose Oquendo. Runner on second base, Giles. Here's the pitch. That's a 7 in play 36. Oh, and just missed being a base hit. And that's going to be popped up in foul ground. Terry Kennedy throws his mask away and makes the catch. 1 away. Now it's Seaver. Pitch to Seaver is a 4. Patient 83. He's a 5 pitcher hitting card. That's a ground ball shortstop. Holding at second is Giles. Top of the order now. Mookie Wilson. Pitch to Mook. It's a put it in the wrong spot. A 4 is a patient 0-3, and that's ball 4. So Mookie trots down to first base. That puts runners on first and second with 2 outs. It's a 3-2 ball game. Mets have scored 2 in this inning on 2 hits and 2 walks. And here's Huey Brooks. Huey Brooks versus righties batted .244 with 4 home runs. Here's a pitch. That's a 9er. Ballpark is a 36. That's going to put us in wheelhouse 1-14, and we got a 98. And that's a deep drive left field. Back goes Richards to the track and makes the catch. Looked like it was gone for a minute, but then it just kind of died out there. Wind must be blowing in from left field. Let's look at the flag. Oh, yeah, look at that. All right. 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 walks, 2 left on. And we go to the bottom of 2. It's going to be Gary Templeton leading it off. And we're using fast action cards. Keep it quick. A patient 58. That's a ground ball. First baseman Kingman races Templeton to the bag, and he beats him there. Flannery's next, a 9er. A 9er is a patient, a 34, and that is a drive in the gap, and that's going to roll to the wall. Flannery is going to try for 3, the relay, and not in time, so it's a 1-out triple for Tim Flannery. Next is the pitcher. Mets infield is in on this. It's a 4, Seaver, tough 0-7. It's strike 3, big K for Seaver. Infield playing regular depth now with 2 outs. And the pitch, it's an 8, a tough 84, and that is a fly ball center field. Wilson over, makes the catch, and that retires the side. No hit, no runs, 1 hit, the big triple, but the Padres failed to capitalize. It's going to be Dave Con Kingman leading it off against Eric Show in the top of the 3rd. It's a 10, that's in play, 71, and that is a fly ball, deep center field. Backing up is Wiggins, already playing deep for Con. Foster now an 8, a tough 90, and that is chopped to short. Easy play for Templeton. And Darryl Strawberry with an 8. That's a tough 24, and that's strike 3, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for Show in the top of the 3rd. Showing us what he can do. Juan Bonilla. Bottom of the 3rd. 7, tough 47. And that is a comebacker to Seaver. Nice play. 1 away. Gene Richards, he singled earlier in the game. That's a 10. Ballpark 37. He's a lefty. That's going to be wheelhouse 1-23, and that ball's out of here 56, and that's going to be a base hit, frozen rope to right, played on a hop by Strawberry. Richards is going to try to get his jump. He's a 5, and we do get a 5, so there goes Richards, and he is at normal, and he is safe. Stolen base, just like that. Right around second base. So Richards had 14 stolen bases in 19 attempts. But I know he had seasons of 50 or more stolen bases. Because he doesn't play the full season. That's what happens. He only plays 1/3 of the season. So he would have had, 45 if he had played the whole season proportionally. All right, we're playing Mets versus Padres at Jack Murphy Stadium, 1983. This is game 40 of our replay. Tom Seaver's 1-5 so far. He's down by a run, 3-2 here in the bottom of the 3rd. Steve Garvey comes to the plate. Using fast action cards for this one, 7, a tough 54, and that is a comebacker to Seaver. And blah, blah, blah. I will let Richards, if he's a 7, go to 3rd, and he is a 7, so he will go to 3rd on that little comebacker. And it's Terry Kennedy with a run around third base. Here's the pitch from Seaver. It's an 8. That's tough. A tough 20. That's a strikeout. And that retires the side. No runs. 1 hit. We go to top of the 4th. And this is time for us to shuffle. We got to shuffle them up. Score is 3-2. 3-run homer by Terry Kennedy in the bottom of the 1st. Put the Padres up 3-0, and then in the top of the 2nd, Mets came back with a couple of runs. It was a RBI double and then an RBI single. All right, we're right about to continue on here. And we will cut like in Vegas. I just sold my 2018 set, which I never opened. It's still in shrink wrap. I have it also in PDF, so why do I need a double? I mean, it takes up a lot of space on my shelves. All right, here goes. Ron Hodges, pitch from Show. That's a tough 0-3 is a K. Hodges goes back to the bench. Brian Giles, again an 8, a 52 is a base hit for Giles. So Giles on at first, and will Giles steal? He may steal. Let's pull a card for him just to see what happens. It's a 9. He won't be going. Okendo is next. And we are going to try hit and run with Okendo. No. 12, defense. And we pull a 98. That's going to be an out. Fly ball, left field. 2 down. Seaver, tough 27. That's a K. And I retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, bottom of the 4th. Terry Kennedy made out. So it's 6 to Lascano. Here's a pitch from Tom Terrific. It's an 8, a tough 97. Tough 97, that's a fly ball left field. Under it is Foster. Gary Templeton grounded out. That's a 5. 5 is in play, 13. Base hit. Templeton's on with a single. He had 16 stolen bases, so he'll try to steal. He needs a 4, and he gets a 5, so he does not go. You need to get that lead. It's not you can't steal automatically, because then the guy can have 300 steals. You just steal every time he's on base. Tim Flannery, an 8, tough 33. That's a base hit to right. And will Garrett Templeton go to third? He does not. He stops. Played on a hop by the right fielder, Strawberry, first and second. And it's the pitcher, Show, a 9er, patient 96. And that is a fly ball left field. No tag ups. I don't do tag ups with fly balls to left. I think it's more of a rare play than something that would happen normally that I would have to roll for. First and second, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th, 3-2 Padres. Alan Wiggins is in top of the order now. Bonilla is on deck. Here's the pitch to Wiggins. Wiggins versus righties batted 270. That's a 10 ballpark. Ballpark 12 wheelhouse. And a 52 is going to be an out. Comebacker to Seaver. That retires the side. No runs, 2 hits, top of the 5th. Payoff pitch. As you can see, I have my APA cards under this. I'm double playing a season. Playing it once with Payoff pitch and another time with APA baseball. APA baseball, of course, my first love, my first girlfriend, my first kiss. First time I got to first base, second base, third base, and home plate. Mookie Wilson. 6 is a tough off Show. A 28 is a strikeout. Four, patient 27. That is a base hit for Hubie Brooks. Lines 1 to center. Frozen rope. Played on a hop by Alan Wiggins. Dave Kingman's next. 7 is in play. and play 18. That's a base hit, and that's going to send. Nope, they're going to stop Brooks at second. So it's first and second. George Foster now. Here's the pitch. It's a Niner ballpark 14. Foster's a 1-56, and the Mets have taken the lead. Oh, it's 58. That's going to be a double, and that's going to score. Runners advance 2 bases. That's going to tie the ball game, and it's going to be second and third. So Foster drives one in the gap, and that's going to be 1 hop off the wall. RBI double. Into score is Brooks. Game is tied. Stopping at third is Kingman. Just missed a home run. All right. 58. It goes to 56. Wow, that's too bad. Mets would have a nice lead. Instead, now they're tied 3 apiece. And it's second and third with only 1 out. So the Padres are going to have to bring their infield in. You've got the third baseman Flannery, shortstop Templeton, and Juan Bonilla in on the grass, and so is Steve Garvey. Darryl Strawberry now has a big opportunity here. Game is tied at 3 in the top of the 5th. Eric Show had 200 innings pitched, 33 games started. I wish I had batters faced. That would make my life easier. Let's find out the batters faced. Let's see, Eric Show. Let's go to Show. Let's go to the Show and find out. In 83, 83 had 33 games started, that we know. Batters faced was 857. 857. Let's divide. 857, 33, 26. So he can go 26 batters. He's already gone 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So, I mean, I would rather, that's a little bit closer. And what you could do is a simple rule that's based on Stratomatic, that if when he reaches his total number of batters, you can say that if he doesn't give up a hit, he can keep going, a hit or a walk. You can simplify. You don't have to copy Stratomatic exactly. But, I mean, you could if you want. I mean, you can do whatever you want, right? You're the commissioner of your own league. That's the beauty of it. All right, so it's Darryl Strawberry with second and third. Here's the pitch from Eric Show. Actually, should they walk Strawberry and pitch to Hodges? Strawberry batted 265 versus righties with 90 Ks. Now I'm going to pitch to Strawberry. Here goes. That's a 4. Patient 95, and that is a fly ball to right field. So we are going to have the opportunity to score Brooks. So I'm going to pull a number, and the right fielder is Lascano. Lascano is known for a pretty good arm, but not in this game. All right, I know he had a pretty good arm. In some games, he has a tremendous arm. So he's he's got a pretty good arm there. So that's an 8. So that's going to be tough to beat. So let's just pull a card, and we got a 3. So he is going to score on a sacrifice fly, I believe. Because that's below the number, the run number. That's below the run number. The QB Brooks run number has got to be a 6. And it's a 5 actually, but it's still below. So he's going to score on a sacrifice fly. Now we can check Kingman to see if Kingman can move to third, and we'll do that. And we'll pull again for Kingman. Kingman is a 4 runner, so Kingman's going to hold. So let's do that. Sacrifice fly to right field. RBI. Mets have taken the lead. And holding. Oh, Foster. Foster was in second. Foster is also not very fast, I don't think. Let's double check Foster. Foster's a 5, so he's gonna hold. 2 outs. Run around second base. Ron Hodges. Here's a pitch to Hodges. A 4 is a patient. A patient 44 is a base on balls. First and second for Brian Giles. A niner is a ballpark. A 98 is in play. In play 23, and that's going to be a base hit, a single. Runner on second. Everybody advances one base. And Foster's a 5, so he's not even going to score. So that's going to load up the bases. Loads the bases with 2 outs. And Show is almost up to his 26th batter. He's gone 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 25. So Oquendo's going to be his 26th batter. 10, that's in play 73, and that's line and caught by the shortstop. It's a little modifier I picked up from Delphi. And that's going to be it. That's going to retire the side. Mets with 4 hits and 2 runs take a 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Let's see if Seaver can have an easy inning. He's going to face Bonilla, Richards, and Garvey. In the bottom of the 5th, here's the pitch. Mets are up 4-3. They've come back with 2 runs in the 2nd and 2 runs in the 5th after being down 3-0 after 1. Here's the pitch from Seaver. That's a 7, tough 43, and that is a pop-up. Right side. Right there is Kingman. 1 away. Gene Richards, a 4. That's a tough 36. And that's a pop-up again. Infield, this time middle of the infield. Giles makes the catch. And I noticed that the numbers are lower on tough and higher on in play in the 1983 season. I don't know what that means. Hey there, Richard Davis. Welcome, my brother. I noticed that in the 83 cards, the numbers are higher in play and the numbers are lower in tough. Whereas in like 2019, the numbers can be pretty high in tough, but very low in play. So I don't know what that means. I don't know. I really doesn't matter. I don't think it makes much of a difference. You just I like that you can do that with a set, right? Steve Garvey with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Tom Terrific, the franchise out of USC. California boy, that's a 2, a defense. Defense 45. And we're going to look at the pitcher. Pitcher is a fielder 1. Fielder 1 is a 1-71, so that's going to be an error on Seaver. So a little comebacker, and Seaver bobbles it, and safe is Garvey. E1. Terry Kennedy, who's got a 3-run home run. He gave the Padres a 3-0 lead in the 1st. We're in the bottom of the 5th. It's 4-3 Mets. 2 out. Garvey is on at first. We're going to try to get a jump for Garvey. That's a 10. He won't do it. Here's the pitch to Kennedy. And that's a 7. 7 is a tough 81. And that is a fly ball, deep center field. Back goes Wilson, makes the catch, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, an error. They leave 1. We go to top of the 6th. We're not going to shuffle until the 7th, so we don't have to worry about that right now. Tom Seaver is leading it off against Eric Show. That's an 8 tough. Show in the 6th. Hold on a second. Show in the 6th should be fatigued now. It's given up 4 runs. And Seaver in the 7th would be fatigued. Show is fatigued in the 6th. So we're going to pull a fatigue pitcher card for Eric Show. And Show had a less than 6, but his ERA was 4.17. So we got to get a card that says, there it is, fatigue pitcher card for Eric Show. So Seaver, I don't want to do that. I made a mistake. All right. Seaver's up. We pulled an 8. An 8 is patient. Patient 92, and that is a fly ball left field. Top of the order now for the Mets. Mookie Wilson at top of the 6th. 4-3 Mets. Mook is 1 for 2. He's single, stole a base, walked, and struck out. Here's a pitch from Show. It's patient. Patient 29 is a base hit. Mookie's going to try to get a lead, and he does not. UB Brooks up now. UB Brooks. Here's the pitch. A 5 in play. In play 16. That's and they're going to the bullpen to face Con King, Elias Sosa. Sosa. You're going to follow orders, Sosa? Or you're not going to follow orders? All right. Elias Sosa is going to come in and face Dave Con Kingman. So that's it for Show. Show went 5 1/3. And here goes. Pitch to Kingman with runners on first and third. Infield is in for the Padres. That's a 5er in play 14. Base hit for Kingman. In play 14. Base hit for Kingman. And we're going to pull to see runners advance 1 base. So RBI single. Huey Brooks stops at second, first and second. George Foster scores now 5-3. An 8 is a tough 14 is a strikeout, so fastball gets Foster. Strawberry now. A 6 is a tough 0-8, back-to-back Ks, and that's going to retire the side. Let's pick up 1 on 3 hits. They lead 5-3 after 5.5. Seaver is going to face Lascano, Templeton, and Flannery. Now, I know Lascano finishes the year on the Phillies, I believe. And on my other set, I had to pull him from the Phillies. Hey, B.R. Wells is in the house. Welcome, my brother. Good to see you guys. My tabletop community brothers. All right, Sixto Lascano. Right-handed hitter who batted .231 versus righties. Score is 5-3 Mets here in the bottom of the 6th at Jack Murphy Stadium in beautiful downtown San Diego, California. All right, that's a 9er. And on Seaver, that's a patient 35, and that's ball 4. Lascano is on. He stole no bases. Wow. Well, no bases with the Padres. So he's not going to be running. Gary Templeton. We're going to hit and run with Templeton. A 3 is a patient and a 6-9. Patient 69 is going to take as a fly ball left field. So back is Lascano. Now it's Flannery. That's an 8 tough 38. And oh, that was almost a base hit. But it's going to be a ground ball third base. Let's see if we can get a double play out of it. And we can actually use that number, and that's going to be a 38 is a 5-4-3 double play round the horn. Started by Brooks. Goes to Giles, to Kingman, scoops it out of the dirt. And the Mets are out of the inning. No runs, no hits. We go top of the 7th. Now, Seaver in our replays 1-5. He was actually 9-14. Had a tough season with a terrible Mets team. I mean, they were just horrible. Terrible record. Top of the 7th. Elias Sosa is still in there. He's going to face Ron Hodges. And it's time to shuffle. right about started here. Flip the cards over, cut, and here goes. Playing fast action cards. Sometimes I just am in the mood for a little bit of quiet, so I turn to the fast action cards. And Ron Hodges is leading it off in the top of the seventh against Elias Sosa. Sosa, 4.35 ERA in 41 games with a 1-4 record. Here's the pitch. It's a 7. 7 is patient. 69, and that's ball 4. Second walk for Hodges. Hodges had a pretty high on-base percentage, about 375 for a catcher. Had a lot of walks, 43 walks in 250 innings. So that's equivalent to about 100 walks in a season. So that's pretty impressive for Ron Hodges. Giles now with a 6, a tough 69. It's a fly ball to right. Right there is Lascano. Squeezes it for the out. Oquendo's next. Here's the pitch from Sosa, 7, patient. Patient 70. And that's a ground ball shortstop. We'll use the 8. It won't be a double play. So it's a 6-4 fielder's choice. That puts Oquendo at first, and Oquendo is going to try to run. Roll a 10, and that's not going to be the lead. Seaver, I'm going to let Seaver bat a 5-er in play 99, and that is a pop-up. Third base, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, 1 left on. Bottom of the 7th. Terrific versus the pitcher's spot. We're probably going to see a pinch hitter now. So we went 1.2 there. 1.2. You're going to see a pinch hitter. Let's look and see who we got. To pinch hit. All right. Doug Goose is coming in. Doug Goose is going to pinch hit. GWOSDZ. Crazy. His pronounce is Goose, but I can't. His spelling is wackadoodle. GWOSDZ. And here's a pitch from Seaver. It's a 10. A 10 is a ballpark. A 19, 1-48, and that ball's gone. And it's a deep drive to the shortstop. No, actually to center field. Center fielder back, Wilson to the track and makes the catch. 1 up and 1 down for Seaver. Bottom of the 7th, 5-3 Mets. That's a 10. Ballpark again. 79 is in play. In play, 85 is a grounded. No, it's a fly ball again to center field. Wiggins lifts one. And Wilson squeezes it for the out. 2 down. And Juan Bonilla, bottom of the 7th. 2 outs. An 8 is a tough. A 71 is a ground ball. Second baseman Giles tosses it to first, and that retires the side. 3 up and 3 down here in the 7th for Tom Terrific. And it's going to be the top of the order for the Mets in the 8th inning when we're going to see a new pitcher. I just want to bring up the roster real quick so I know I'm playing from the roster. And I don't feel like looking at the box score. It takes me a little bit longer. If I just have the roster in front of me, I know who I've already played this team, the Padres, so I remember some of the names. I just want to make sure they're still on the roster because they aren't always on the roster. Like you could play them 2 weeks ago, and now the roster changes. So then I can't use the same guys. I don't want to make that mistake of using guys that aren't on the roster. And then when I input it into the system, it tells me, hey, you can't use that guy. What? Don't tell me that. I just screwed up. All right, so it's going to be, Goose is in there. And relievers, De Leon is in there. Lucas is in. Okay. All right. So I'm going to bring in to face Wilson, who's a switch hitter. Then I got a righty, and then I got another righty. So we are going to bring in a guy named Mike Couchee. Probably that's how you pronounce his name. Real weird name. Couchee. Couchee. You could say couch, but probably it's Couchee. Let's see what happens. I don't know. I'll find out after this game. So Couchee. And there he is. He's going to face Mookie Wilson. Here's the pitch. 11 is in play, 33, and that's a little blooper, and it dunks in there in front of the center fielder Wiggins. Wilson's going to try to get a steal, and he does. And there goes Wilson, and he is out, second base. So these are not automatic. So Wilson tries to steal and is thrown out by Terry Kennedy. So with a righty, it's going to be a 2-4, caught stealing. One away. 4 defense. Defense 27. And that's a range that should drop in there. The center fielder's range is a B. I remember looking at that. And the 27 is going to be a hit. What kind of a hit? And it's going to be a double. So a little dunker that center fielder Wiggins doesn't get to, broken bat. But it's going to end up as a double for UB Brooks. It's on second base. Dave Kingman. 1 on, 1 out. That's a 9er and in play 14. That's a base hit. Will he score? And he went around second base. He scores. They're going to wave him around. The throw home, not in time. RBI single for Kingman. That puts the Mets up 6-3. Kingman on at first. Kingman has 2 stolen bases. I'm not even going to try. But that's Kingman's second RBI of the day, and he's got 3 hits. He's 3 for 4. Here's George Foster. An 8 is a tough 49, and that's a base hit. Stopping at second is Kingman. So Couchee or Couchee or Couch came in, and that's first. And we'll find out how you pronounce his name right now, so we can stop playing around and having too much fun with his name. Couchee. All right, let's see what it says. You pronounce his name. How do you pronounce his name? Sometime couch pages. Okay. Sometimes they'll tell you. Let's check out another way of finding out is through YouTube. We put Padres. Okay. Let's see if he ever did anything like pitch a shutout or anything. He should. Pitcher. Okay. Can't find his name there. Let's look at one last. Let's do one last. Let's see, Wikipedia. They may be nice and try to help us pronounce his name. Notes, references, external links. Baseball reference. Baseball almanac. Let's see, pronounce. No, that's not it. That's pretty funny. All right, so I'm not going to worry anymore about it. I'll find out more about it. It has to be somebody who is a San Diego Padres fan. So let's get back to the game. Right about to join the action. Oh, great. Blah, blah, blah. All right. First and second, 1 out. Top of the 8th. Mets are up 6-3. Darryl Strawberry. We're going to look for Sid Manji. We're going to call on Sid Manji. I can't pronounce Sid Manji's name. Sid Manji is a lefty. He's going to come in and face Darryl Strawberry. Strawberry versus lefties batted .232. I don't know what Manji did versus lefties, so it defeats the purpose. Why am I? He could be terrible against lefties. It doesn't matter because it's just averaged into everything, every batter. So you miss out on that aspect with payoff pitch. And Joe won't hear of it. I mean, he won't even discuss it. Like future doing one little season and just putting it for sale, see if guys buy it. He said that would erase years of work if he added something to his menu at his restaurant. No comment right now. I've commented a few times. But anyway, Sid Manji's coming in. He's going to face Darryl Strawberry. So Cauchy went 1/3 of an inning, gave up 3 hits. Actually gave up 4 hits. Terrible. All right, Manji's in there. Sid Manji. Sid Manji had a 3.15 ERA in 47 games with a 7-3 record. He's going to pitch to Darryl Strawberry. Runners on first and third. Infield is in for the Padres. That's a 6. That's a tough 78, and that is a ground ball to second base. Now with the infield in and 1 out, we're going to look and see what that's going to be. All right. If bases loaded, if bases not loaded, roll 2d6. 9. So ball sneaks past the drawn infield. Batter safe. Runners advance 1 base. Base hit. Ground ball. Base hit. Bases are loaded. So Strawberry picks up a hit. He's 1 for 3 on the day. He's got a walk and a sacrifice fly with an RBI. And now it's going to be Ron Hodges with the bases loaded. Another lefty. There's a pitch from Sid Manji. That's a 3. A patient 0-1 is ball 4. That's going to force in a run. RBI for Hodges. Mets are up 7 now. Still only 1 out, bases loaded. And Field's in. Actually, you know what? We're going to play corners in, middle back, middle halfway. Brian Giles, here's the pitch, 10. 10, a tough 14 is a strikeout. Big K. Curveball against Giles. Swinging wildly to make contact. 2 outs, and it's Jose Oquendo, switch hitter, batting from the right side versus the lefty Manji. Doesn't Manji mean to manger, to eat, to partake in a meal? I mange, you mange, we mange. We all mange. Keith White is in the house. Welcome, Keith White. Another brother joins us. Coochie. I'm gonna call him Coochie. I like that. All right. 2 outs. Bases loaded. Jose Oquendo, not known for his bat, but against lefties, he actually bats .261. So he's got an advantage against Manji. Here's a pitch. It's a 5, patient 58, and that is a fly ball, shallow left. Will Richards get to it, racing in, and he gets there. That's going to retire the side, but not before the Mets pick up a couple of runs on 5 hits and a walk. They now lead it by a score of 7-3. Seaver on the mound for the Mets, pitching a heck of a ball game so far. Seaver's allowed 3, 4, 5, 6 hits And he's going to face Gene Richards, Steve Garvey, and Terry Kennedy. Tom Terrific. Here's a pitch to Gene Richards. 7, tough 81 is a fly ball. Mookie Wilson and right center field makes the catch. Steve Garvey. It's an 8. That's a tough 92. And that's chopped to short. Waiting back is Oquendo. Now he charges, fires to first. High throw. Nice stretch by Kingman. 6-3. Terry Kennedy. 4, tough. And 38 is a base hit. Kennedy, frozen rope to right. Played on a hop by Strawberry. Gets it into Giles. Kennedy's 2 for 4 on the day. Hit a 3-run home run in the first inning that put the Padres up by a score of 3-0. Since then, the Mets came back with 2 runs in the second, 2 runs in the fifth, 1 run in the sixth, and 2 more in the eighth. They lead at 7-3. 6 to Lescano. Pitch from Terrific. An 8 is a tough. A 40 is a strikeout. And Seaver with a fastball ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit. And we go to top of the 9th. Seaver's going to be up, and we're going to let Seaver bat. Seaver had 5 complete games, and I believe he's at 20. His batter's face is 28. He's got 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So we will pull him in the 9th. We will bring somebody in. Who will we bring in the 9th? So we're going to pinch hit. And who are we going to see? With Manji on the mound, we're going to bring in a righty. Mets are going to bring in Ron Reynolds to pinch hit. He's our backup catcher. And let me double check that he's still on the roster. Yep, he sure is. So Reynolds, Seaver gets called back. And Reynolds is going to pinch hit against Sid Manji. Here's a pitch. That's an 8 in play 0-4 base hit. Ron Reynolds versus a lefty is going to be it's going to fall in there. Reynolds is going to try for 2 and a throw to second, not in time. Leadoff double for Ron Reynolds off Sid Manji. Wally Backman's going to pinch run. Is Wally Backman around? He is not. Bob Baylor's going to pinch run. So Bob Baylor's in there to pinch run. So Baylor for Reynolds. Top 9. And it's going to be Wilson. Top of the order for the Mets. The Mets are up 7-3. Game 40. We're 1/4 of the way through our replay. Tom Terrific's 83. I bought the Fleer set. That's coming, so I can see some faces. Mookie Wilson. Pitch 6, a tough 23. It's a K. Tough 23 is a K. You got to look on the left side. Brooks now, 12. 12 is patient. 17 is ball 4. First and second. And we're going to bring in DeLeon. DeLeon's going to get the call. Out comes the manager. DeLeon is coming in. Luis DeLeon. Luis DeLeon with a 2.68 ERA, 6-6 record. So that was 1 inning for Manji. Now it's DeLeon. Against Dave Kingman with runners on first and second and 1 out. Here's the pitch from Luis DeLeon. 5 is a tough 16 is a K. Fastball gets Kingman. And George Foster. 7 is another tough, a tough 47, and that is a ball that's driven over the center fielder's head. This is going to score Baylor for sure. And Brooks is going to, hold on, let's see what it says here. Brooks is going to be held at third base. So it's an RBI double for George Foster, and that's Foster's third hit of the game, his second double. Actually, his third hit of the game. He's 3 for 6. Wow. A lot of at-bats for the Mets today. 3 for 6 for George Foster today, and that's his second RBI. 2 RBI. That's going to bring up Darryl Strawberry, lefty. Here's the pitch from DeLeon. Runners on second and third, 2 out. It's a 5, tough 72. And that is a ground ball, shortstop. Templeton scoops it, fires the first, and in time to retire the side. But the Mets pick up another one thanks to Foster. And they lead it by a score of 8-3, bottom of the ninth. New pitcher for the Mets is going to be, who is it going to be? You know what? I'm going to bring in Swan. Let's see. Let me click on Swan, see if I get any stats for Swan. Okay, I do get stats for Swan. Swan, it doesn't tell me. It says how many games he started, 18. Games 27. Okay, Swanee's going to come in and finish this off. So Craig Swan against Gary Templeton. The Mets are 3 outs away from a victory. They don't get many victories, so I will definitely make a big to-do about this game. Take a picture of it, do the whole coloring, color it in. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know, I've begun to color in, like strikeouts get red, so I would do that to all the strikeouts, so you can clearly see how many strikeouts Seaver had. Well, this is not for Seaver. That's Seaver's down here. So Seaver had 4 strikeouts in 8 innings. Did he walk any? No, he had a pretty good. He only gave up base hits, didn't walk too many, so he had a good day. He did reach his limit in batters faced. He did walk 1. I just caught that. Just walk 1. A bunch of stolen bases in this game. At least 3 stolen bases, which is nice. In the 80s, you get a lot of stolen bases. It's unlike today's games. So I'm going to do that for the whole chart. I'm going to take a picture of it and so on. All right, the Mets don't get a lot of victories. I think this is like their 12th victory in 40 games or something like that. I have to look. Gary Templeton against Craig Swan. Here goes. Here's the pitch from Swanee. 9, Patient 52, and that is a ground ball comebacker to Swanee. Feels his position and throws out Templeton. Tim Flannery's next. 5, Ballpark. Ballpark 73 is in play 26, base hit. Line in right center field, cut off by Strawberry. So Flannery's on with a single. And it's time for a pinch hitter time. Let's see what we can bring in. Salazar is going to come in, pinch hit. Do I have any lefties? I got Turner and Jones. You know what? I'm going to pinch hit with Jones. Jones, actually, when I was a kid, I remember Jones playing with the Seattle Mariners in their debut season. I thought, and Jones played with the Yankees, Rupert Jones, and I think with the Angels. But he had some good seasons, has some power. Rupert Jones is coming in to pinch hit. All right, here's the pitch from Swan. Runner on first. That's a 7. Tough 0-3, and that's a K. Curveball gets Jones. Down. Mets are 1 out away from victory. Alan Wiggins. Pitch from Swanee, an 8. 8 is in play 69. And that is a fly ball, shallow left. Foster makes the catch. Ball game over. The Mets win. The Mets win. And in the top of the inning, Mets scored another one with 2 hits. And I never wrote that in. But yes, Mets total had, let's see, 7, 10, 14, 15, 18 hits. Holy smokes. They scored 8 runs on 18 hits, 1 error. Whereas the Padres had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. No errors. You don't get a lot of errors in payoff pitch. That's one thing that I noticed compared to other games. So far, that's what I've noticed. I only have really one complete season to go by. Runs. There was only 3 runs for the Padres. So the totals. ARJL. Let's go Mets. 14 career innings for Coochie. Coochie. He's a character. I didn't know that. Keith White gives us good information. RJL, he's got a great channel. Check his channel out. All right, so this game, Mets win it. 8 runs, 18 hits, 1 error. Padres, 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Seaver picks up his 2nd win of the season. He's 2-6 now. And I have to make a big deal about these victories because I don't get very many of them. Oh, wrong color. Let's see. Ground balls become brown. Fly balls are blue. And pretty easy day for Tom Terrific. He was terrific. These are all the fly balls. Pop-ups and line drives all get blue. The only one I don't have colors for hit by pitch, and I don't have colors. Oh, I missed a base hit here. I have to change that. It's going to be 9 hits for the Padres. Seaver gave up 8 hits in 8 innings, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, a big home run. He walked only 1, struck out 4. No hit by pitch. Batters faced was 27, and 6 is 33. No wild pitches. Swanee came in, gave up a hit, picked up a K. But this is exciting. George Bamberger is actually going to quit the team in mid-season. He's like, I'm out of here. And Frank Howard takes over. Pretty shameful. Mets were so bad that their manager didn't even want to hang around. There's an amazing compilation of the Mets 83 season that goes on for like 3 hours on YouTube. So if you want to get into 83 season, what a great compilation of Mets. And if you're from New York, and those are all the newscasters, it goes highlights and newscasts from all the baseball games, the Mets games of the 80s, of the 83 season rather, and Warner Wolf and all the guys. It's hilarious to watch. Takes you back for sure to another time, another place, and that's going to be it. So Seaver wins one. I got to look at next time I play this. I'm going to pull up the Mets record, and I'll have that. I'm going to go chill out, watch The Office for a little while, and then I'm going to set up for another game. Mike Torres. And that's going to be it. De Leon went two-thirds of an inning at the end. Went 2. Gave up a K. No walks. Oh, no walks. 1 hit. Manji gave up a run and 2 walks, 2 hits. 2 walks, 2 hits, 1 run. Strikeouts, Manji had 2 strikeouts. He faced 4 there and then 3 more. That was 7. And I'll fill all this out just for kicks. Because this is all done by the sim engine. Coochie. Had a tough time. He gave up a couple of runs. Faced only 4 batters, and all 4 batters got hits off him. Souza. Elias Souza. He went 5.1. Elias Souza went 1.2, and a walk, 2 strikeouts, a walk, a hit, no runs scored. Faced 7 batters, and the starter Eric Show went 5 and a third. Gave up. Let's see all the hits he gave up. Gave up 2 there. Mets had a tremendous offensive day with 18 hits. Unbelievable. They're notorious for having a horrible offense. One of the things Bamberger said when he left the team, and I think it was like mid-June, he was like, "Oh yeah, our offense is just not hitting the ball." So that was the Mets had 1, 2, or Show gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hits. How many runs? 2 there, 2 more there. 5 runs, 5 earned runs. Walks, had a bunch of those as well. Three walks. Strikeouts, 3 Ks. And no hit by pitch. Batters faced, 18, 26 batters faced. Oh, no, more than that. 27, 20, 29 batters faced. And that's it. So Eric Show gets the loss. Tom Terrific gets the victory. That's the ball game, guys. RJL, check out. I was listening to his game. I'm still have to listen to the last 2 innings, I think. I think it was 6-3. I just subscribed to your channel, RJL. Good for you. All right. And I have to go back and listen. Now I do that. I do that while I kind of sit around and either organize games and stuff like that, print out the score sheets. I'll listen to a game. So I will listen to RJL's Minnesota versus, I think it's the Astros, is it? I can't remember. Oh, no, the Braves. Twins versus Braves, 1969. And I will check out the last 2 innings, see if they can come back. We'll see what happens. So this is CP Cards and Dice saying thanks for stopping by, guys. It's always a blast, and keep on rolling and enjoying your games. As you can see, I'm printing out the PDFs. I've turned to PDFs, and the next I'm also playing 83 in APA. I bought the Fleer 84 season, so I can get the 83 players. I want to see Seaver. Looks much different from when I last saw him with the Mets in '69 from those pictures, when he was a kid almost, 20, 21, 22, versus when he comes back, 17 years later from, after those early pictures. He's like 36 or 37. Big difference in just everything. So but that's life, right? That's life. So now I have a sale going on of Payoff Pitch. So if you want to buy, I'm doing 30% off on almost every season. I just sold 2018. So if you guys are interested in any Payoff Pitch seasons, I bought all the seasons, and I know I'm not going to get to a lot of the seasons. I can't sell 69, for example, right now because I'm replaying it, although I may just buy the PDF. That works for me as well. Just to make some space, I have a lot of games, a lot of different games, and I have very little shelf space. So I'm looking to kind of, minimize. I don't need 2019 in 5 different game sets. You know what I'm saying? I do not have 54 with lefty righty. I have everything from 60 on. Most everything from 60 up. Yeah. Just do that. Tony Porter on Facebook. It's easier to contact me through Messenger that way. And we can talk and we can figure out. I'm doing 30% off from his prices. And I'm filling this out. So that's what's going on right now. I'm playing Appa again. Like I said, I'm doing this 83 in Appa and in Payoff Pitch. So I've been busy doing that. Hodges had 3 walks. 5 walks altogether allowed by the Padres pitching staff. Mets only allowed 1. But Hodges gets a lot of walks because he had almost 100. Proportionally, had he played the whole season, he would have had about 100 walks. So when you get his card, no matter what game you play, you're going to find out that Hodges walked a lot for a guy with 250 at-bats. Ground balls get brown in my system. Let me see. All right. So that's about it, guys. So I'm going to say goodbye now. I don't have anything to rant about today. Another walk. 6 walks allowed by the San Diego Padres and 18 hits. So it was really a nutty game. Oh, another one. I just found another one. 7 walks. I know Sports Time Machine says that Payoff Pitch allows a lot of walks. He's convinced of that, and I'm not going to treat him like the guy in Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Remember the guy in Invasion of the Body Snatchers? He goes around trying to warn people, saying the aliens are taking over people's bodies when they fall asleep, and everybody was like, you need a psychiatrist. So I'm not going to do that because then I just don't do that because then it was true. I mean, the aliens were taking over people's bodies. So it could be true, but I have to. I played like 3 different. Well, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, because I played DeGrom twice, and I saw walks were very, very close. So that's why I can't say he's right, because all my data points to the fact the walk system is okay, it's in place. So that's my basically analysis of that. That doesn't mean that anything. I have to go back and actually look at the numbers just for that because I don't remember me saying, oh wow, again the walks are off or again the walk. No, I don't remember that. Okay. Now I did have my errors being way off by 30% in my replay. So that's something that we got to look out for. That's my opinion. So we got to check that. And if that's an easy fix, if in any way, shape, or form, that's an easy fix because all you got to do is add another error result, and that could be done through rare plays. For example, if that's true. I don't know that that's true. But anyway, we'll find out. So this is CP Cards and Dice saying thanks for stopping by. I will see you guys later. Adios.